Hello friends, welcome to Diksha Classroom. In the last few days, we have been discussing the questions from higher education which were asked the last NTA NET examinations which were happened in the months of October, November and September. And today also we are going to discuss the questions from higher education topic and we can move to the first question. So this one is the first question. We have to read the question very clearly. The first of all, which of the following schemes of Government of India aims to support innovative research projects that are locally relevant and locally need based and nationally important and globally significant? So we have given some schemes of Government of India and we have given four schemes, and out of these four schemes, which scheme by the Government of India has introduced to aims to support innovative research projects that are socially relevant, locally need based, nationally important and globally significant. So the scheme should be in the aims of support and innovative research projects, and it should be socially relevant and locally need based and nationally important and globally significant. So out of these schemes, which scheme have these features? So we have to be identified which of the scheme has these features like social relevance and locally need based and national importance and global significance. If you have known the answer, you can type the answer below or you can comment the answer below, and if you want more time, you can pause the video and comment the answer. So let's move to the answer. So the answer is STRIDE. STRIDE is the scheme of Government of India aims to support innovative research projects that are socially relevant, locally need based, nationally important and globally significant. So don't forget, STRIDE is the scheme which introduced by Government of India in the aims of to support innovative research projects, and it should be socially relevant and it should be locally need based and it should be nationally important and it should be addressed the global significance. Maybe the next time they will be asked like what is the full form of stride or how the stride stands for. We can expect some questions like this. So we have to be understood very clearly. The stride stands for scheme of transdisciplinary research for India's developing economy. I repeat, scheme for transdisciplinary in research for India's developing economy. So don't forget about the full form of stride. Maybe the next time they will be questioned, like they will be asked some questions like this, or we can expect what is the full form of spark. Do you know what is the full form of spark, or how does the spark stands for? So I can say that spark stands for scheme for promotion of academic and research collaboration, and impress stands for impactful policy research in social science. I repeat, impactful policy research in social science. So don't forget about these full forms. And finally, STARS stands for Scheme for Translational and Academic Research in Science. So don't forget the full form of these schemes, and these schemes are introduced by Government of India to promote the research. These all schemes are introduced by the Government of India to promote research projects, and STARS relates to science and IMPRESS relates to social science, and STRIDE is the scheme the Government of India introduced to support innovative research projects. So don't forget about this. So I hope you have understood the concept. So we can move to the next question. So in this question, we have given two statements. First one is assertion and the next one is reason. So we have to be understood very clearly what is the assertion and what is the reason. So the assertion is central universities are considered elite higher education institutions in India. So we need to understand it is about central universities, and it says the central universities considered elite higher education institutions in India. So the assertion is central universities are considered elite higher education institutions in India, and the reason is despite their elitist image, these institutions do not find place in the top order of international ranking. So it is very clear these institutions, which means the central universities, do not find place in the top order of international ranking. And we have to be understood very clearly in the light of the above two statements, we have to be selected the best option which have given below. So the option A is both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of A. And option B, both assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation of A. Option C, A, assertion is true but reason is false. Option D, assertion is false but reason is true. These are the options given below. So we have to be selected appropriate answer from these options which we have given. So we have to be check the answer. So the answer is option B, both assertion and reason are true, but R is not the correct explanation of assertion. But the reason is not the correct explanation of A. So we have to be checked very clearly why the assertion comes or how the assertion comes true and how the reason comes true and why not the reason become correct explanation of assertion. So we have to be checked why it is happened. So when we check the assertion, the statement says like central universities are considered elite higher education institutions in India. So there is no doubt, undoubtedly we can say that even without a single shadow of doubt, we can say that in India the central universities are the best universities. There is no chance of doubt. There is no chance of doubt. Central universities are considered elite or the best higher education institutions in India. As per the academic performance or as per the academic achievements, we can undoubtedly say that central universities are considered elite higher education institution in India. So the assertion is true. And we have to check the reason. Despite their elitist image, these institutions do not find place in the top order of international ranking. So the central universities do not find place in the top order of international ranking. This is the reason. So the reason is right or the reason is true. We know that when we compare our central universities with the other universities from the European countries or any other countries. So when we compare our central universities into the other higher institutions from the outside India, we can say that our ranking is far behind. Our ranking stands far behind while compared to international universities. So the reason is also true. But we have to be understood very clearly the reason is not the correct explanation of A. Central universities do not find place in the top order of international ranking. That is right. But we have to be or we need to understand central universities do not find place in the top order of international ranking. But this is not the reason. So our ranking in our ranking among international universities is not the reason why or how the central university is considered elite higher education institution in India. It is because our academic performance and our academic achievements. It's related to while comparing the universities and colleges in India, the central universities are elite higher education institution as per academic achievements and academic performance. But when it comes to the world, the central universities are not the top order institutions. So we have to understand both assertion and reason are true, but the reason is not the correct explanation of A. I hope you have understood this concept and we can move to the next question. So the next question is the concept of community college ensures which of the following. In the last two videos, we have discussed very specifically and very detailed in as per the community colleges. So in this question, community college ensures which of the following. First one is life skill engagement, and second one lateral entry into higher education system, and third one educational opportunities for rural students, and fourth one providing employment to the educated unemployed, and fifth one expansion of local colleges, and sixth one preparing the youth for lower level employment market. So out of these six statements, or which among that the community college ensures. So we have to be understood very clearly which of the concept ensures by the community colleges. And we have given four options, and option A only 1, 2 and 3. Option B only 2, 3 and 4. Option C only 3, 4 and 5. Option D only 4, 5 and 6. If you have known the answer, you can comment the answer and we have to check the answer now. So the answer is only 1, 2 and 3. So the concept of community college ensures life skill engagement and lateral entry into higher education system and educational opportunities for rural students. And also we have to be understood very clearly. Maybe next time they will be asked like community college does not ensure. So we have to say the answer like the community college does not ensure providing employment to the educated unemployed, and the community college does not ensure expansion of local colleges, and the community college does not ensure preparing the youth for lower level employment market. So in this question we have to be understood very clearly the concept of community college ensures life skill engagement and lateral entry into higher education system and educational opportunities for rural India. And we can expect some question like when the government of India or when the Ministry of Human Resource and Development introduced the community college. So we have to know that in the years of 2014 and 15, the MHRD, the Ministry of Human Resource and Development introduced that community college, the scheme of community college in the year of 2014 and 15. So we know that in the years of 2000 century, the educational system or the Ministry of Education or MHRD has identified that there are many problems with respect to higher education. First and foremost problem is like the scarcity of skilled students. Scarcity of skilled students. There were we can identify, or the government of India has identified that there is a problem with respect to absence of skilled students. So the government of India has introduced the community college in the year of 2014 and 15 in order to enhance and develop the skills among students. So first one is life skill engagement and next one is lateral entry into higher education system. So in order to achieve the large number of entry into higher education system, it should be lateral. So it also an aim of community college. And third one, educational opportunities for rural students. So we know that there is disparities in the field of education. There is differences in the field of education in India. That is true because the facilities which are available for the urban students and the facilities are available for the rural students are different. So the urban students are getting more facilities to do their researches and to do their academic programs. But these programs or the facilities are not given to the rural students. So in order to achieve the educational opportunities or in order to provide the educational opportunities for rural students, also a part of community colleges. So don't forget about these informations while talking about community college. Maybe next time we can expect some question like this. So I hope you have understood, and we can move to the next question. So the next question is, in IT Act 2000, which section deals with the punishment for cyber terrorism? So this is very simple and easy question. So in IT Act 2000, which section deals with the punishment for cyber terrorism? So we have to be identified that we have given four sections. Out of these four sections, which section deals the punishment for cyber terrorism? So we have to be identified out of these four sections. We have to be identified that which section is deals the punishment regarding the cyber terrorism. So if you have known the answer, you can comment the answer. So we have to move to the answer. So the answer is C, section 66F. So the section 66F deals the punishment for cyber terrorism. So we can expect some more questions regarding cyber terrorism in the coming times. So first of all, we have to be understand that the IT Act, Information and Technology Act, introduced or enacted in 2000. So maybe next time there will be some questions like when the IT Act enacted or when the IT Act comes to existence. So we can there will be option like 2000, 2001, 1995, 1994, like that. So we have to be studied very clearly. IT Act was enacted in 2000, and the cyber terrorism, and in IT Act 2000, section 66F deals the punishment of cyber terrorism. So don't forget, I repeat, the IT Act 2000 section 66F deals the punishment for cyber terrorism, and we all know that cyber terrorism means any intent to threat our integrity or sovereignty and security of India. So it will be treated as cyber terrorism. So if we do any activities regarding cyber terrorism, or if anyone do any activities with the intention of to threat our sovereignty and integrity and security of India, they will be punished. And we can move to the next question. And in this question, UGC CARE, CARE, has been set up for promoting. We have given five statements. First one is quality research and academic integrity and publication ethics and inclusion and access and international collaborative research. Out of these five, UGC CARE has been set up for promoting which of the following these? These are the question, and we have given four option. Option A only 1, 2, 3 and 4, and option B only 1, 3 and 4, and option C only 1, 3 and 5, and option D 1, 2 and 3. These are the option. So we have to be identified which one is answer, and we can move to the answer. So the answer is option D, only 1, 2 and 3. So we can understand UGC CARE has been set up for promoting quality research, and UGC CARE has been set up for promoting academic integrity and publication ethics. So these three are the fundamental aim of UGC CARE. Okay, and we have to be understand the inclusion and access and international collaborative research are not part of UGC CARE. So we need to understand very clearly, UGC CARE has been set up for promoting quality research and academic integrity and publication ethics. And we need to understand UGC CARE means UGC. We all know that University Grant Commission, and CARE means, so maybe next time there will be some question like CARE stands for. So the CARE means Consortium of Academic and Research Ethics. Consortium of Academic and Research Ethics. We can expect some question like this, and we have to be understood very clearly. UGC CARE has been set up for promoting quality research and academic integrity and publication ethics. So these are the questions we have been discussing today, and in the next time we will be coming with more questions. So thank you.